morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday morning's stamping session with me. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, my name is Stacey Marsh. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK, and I always like to do some live stamping sessions every week, starting with Monday morning, because why not? And it means I'm getting up on a Monday with a spring in my step, because I always enjoy my lives with you guys. So hello to people who are joining. Morning to Leslie, Sharon and Bev. Really early. Well done, girls. Bit of a grim looking day here today. It's grey, it's damp, it's very, very cold. But could be worse, couldn't it? We're indoors and we're nice and warm, and that's all that matters, isn't it? So happy 1st of February, everyone, as well. Can't believe January's gone. It actually went quite quickly, I think. Well, it did for us here. I think that's because we were all bogged down with lots of schoolwork and other such fun things. February's quite a quick month, isn't it? Which is quite nice. Lots of things happening in February. We've got half term, hooray. Valentine's Day for those that celebrate it. What else? Some birthdays. And it means that spring is nearly here. So happy 1st of February, everybody. I am running a creative challenge for February called the February Creative Prompt Challenge. So every day I'm going to share a different prompt with you guys, and the idea is you create something, use it as a starting point or a focus for your projects. I know that some people have been saying my mojo's kind of stayed in 2020, so I just thought it would be a really nice idea to share with you, maybe to help you bring your mojo back in, well, help you bring it into 2021. So yes, today's theme is stripes. I'm wearing stripes, and the card I made last night was this one featuring stripes. So that'll be on my blog later on today, so feel free to have a look at that. And today's prompt is one word. So I've done a little similar theme to last night, and of course we have snails. So we're starting Monday morning with our cute little snail chaps. So I'll just flip my camera around, show you my desk, and we can make a start. So bear with me, guys. Okay, I'm using the same piece of grid paper as last night because it's not too grotty yet. And I'm sure you don't mind me using the same grid paper. Right, so this was last night's design. And the reason I'm showing you last night's design is because I quite often get asked, what do you do with all the pieces that you cut your big die shapes out? Truth is, most of them go in the bin, but sometimes it's nice to use them on your cards. So this is where I'm going with today's card. So for example, I cut this die shape out of this piece last night. I used the die cut piece on my card, and this is my scrap piece that I've got left over. So I'm going to use it to make this card design. So I'm trying to show just that there really is never any waste if you really don't want there to be, apart from those teeny tiny little bits that you really can't do anything with. But just to show you a different kind of angle of how I approach my cards. So I have here, it's also a great card to use with more scraps. So I have lots of strips of cardstock here, and I've kept with my rainbow theme. So we've got Poppy Parade today, Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Coastal Cabana, Highland Heather and Magenta Madness. So a little bit of a change of colours. I'm just going to check that that will fit on there. It will do, yes. So a little bit of change of colours. On last night's card I used Melon Mambo up here. And today I'm using Magenta Madness, but I'm using it underneath the purple. So, oh Denise, it's your birthday. If only I knew. Happy birthday to you, my darling. I hope you've got a lovely day planned. No decorating today, I hope. Oh, that's lovely. Congratulations, my dear. And morning to everyone else. Yes, great. So, I am going to start with this piece here, and I have used a white card base. And the other thing I'm going to use, these are on my desk and I very rarely use them. These are foam adhesive strips. So they're like dimensionals, but they are just single strips. Oh, not today in February. Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, you can tell me what day that is later and I can make sure that I get a card to you. So I'm layering these on down the edge of my piece and trimming that off. Okay, these are really handy for using with shaker cards and also really thin pieces as well. I'm just laying that along the edge of the shape, sorry, down the sides of my shape on the inside. So what I'm going to do, just to add a little bit of dimension, there's actually a bit of height, a bit of depth between my stripes and my die piece on the top. So then what we do is we peel off the backs. And these are really handy to have. I haven't used them in a very long time. And then what you need to do is just start by layering your pieces on and try to get them straight. If you have any overhang, just snip that off. You don't want your strips to go right up to the edge of the card because then you will see it underneath, and we don't really want that. Okay, now this piece I don't think is going to be long enough. Oh no, it's just long enough. So we're butting these up against each other like so, so you don't see any light underneath. Okay, and then just follow your pattern all the way down. So I guess in a way this is another way that you can add stripes to your cards. Little question there, and where did you get the strips of foam from, Stacey? They're from Stampin' Up, they're in the annual catalogue and they are on the adhesive page, and you get two strips, no, 2 sheets in a pack. Just trimming these pieces off here. That's it. And then just keep following all the way down. Love the idea of the challenge. Me too, but don't think I have enough SU supplies to do it. So, Sharon, you'll be surprised. I haven't really gone with any particular colours or anything like that. I've gone more with kind of ideas. So stripes being one of them, one word being today's. I've got things like circles on there. So I've tried to be a little bit clever with it, because I did think that, and you don't have to use SU supplies if you don't want, because it's not necessarily an SU challenge. Okay, so there we have our little background. You can see some pieces at the top. Now you can either cover those in, there's a piece at the top and a piece at the bottom. You can either cover those in with just some of your bits you've got left, or you can leave it as it is. The idea is it's a handmade card, so do you know what? If there's a little bit of showing underneath, I'm really not bothered about that. So we now have our white card base, and that goes on there like so. Now what I didn't do before I stuck my strips on is I didn't do my speckling on the front. So I'm going to do that now, and here is a piece that I cut out. It was just a scrap piece that I had lying around actually. I'm popping that in there like so, and then before I stick it on my card I will do my lovely bit of speckling using a smoky slate Stampin' blend, and it just breaks up that white a little bit, which I like. So then now we can stick that onto our card. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to pop some wet glue here. And then using these extra pieces of foam strip, I'm going to pop them on the bottom. These are just a little bit taller than a dimensional, only ever so slightly. We can pop this on like so. Okay, so there we have our little rainbow stripe piece using our offcut of die cutting. I don't even know what to call it. So our card is starting to build now and it's looking good. So I have a piece of scrap white here. So this middle piece will go in there like so, but we'll ignore that for the moment. We need to stamp our little snail. So I am using Snailed It because it's too cute to leave on my shelf, and I'm using the You've Got Mail snail here. So I'm going to stamp him in Memento. Onto just Whisper White, or Basic White as it's now called, and then we can colour him in. So I've kept it really simple. I've gone for grey for his body, I've gone for yellow for his shell, and then I've got a little love heart on his letter that I'm colouring in real red. Okay. So with his body, there is a little bit of shading on him already. So I'm going to start just by colouring in really lightly with Smoky Slate Light, like so, and then I'm going to use a little bit of dark around where his shading is, and then I'm going to go back over with the light to just blend that in. Okay. So once that's dry, that will look lovely. And then the yellow, I'm going to do the same. So I'm starting with the light and I'm colouring all over his shell. And then with the dark, I am going to just follow the edge or the pattern of his shell. So that swirl pattern. And I'm going to do that a couple of times. And that just adds a little bit of depth to his shell. And just go back over with the light to blend it in. So there we have our cute little snail chap all done. So are the pens fine tipped? We have, there's two ends to a blend pen. You have the felt tip end, which is great for colouring large areas, and then you have the fine end, which I tend to use more for my shadowing. So they're quite handy. So let's cut this up. There are dies for this stamp set. Mine are on back order at the moment, so I'm sticking to fussy cutting with my scissors. And I'm just going to cut him out and cut that script off at the top because we don't want that. Following it round. The birds are really singing outside this morning. The girls did the, forgive me if I get this wrong, the RSPB bird watching day yesterday. It's something they did with Darren, and they did it on Zoom with their nana. So this morning, they are so excited about what birds are in the garden. Apparently they saw 53 birds yesterday in the garden. I'm sure some of those were possibly the same bird, but they had a lovely sheet that they got to tick the birds off that they saw. They were really, really into it. It was really cute. So we've done our little snail guy, and then I just need to stamp some hearts. So the heart also comes from the Snailed It stamp set. And just to bring in a little bit more colour, because there isn't enough on this card, I'm going to stamp 3 little hearts and colour those in. I'm going to have one in red, one in Highland Heather, so to bring in the purple, and I want one in Bermuda Bay. I haven't used Bermuda Bay, this is Coastal Cabana, but if you use the light Bermuda Bay, it's pretty, it's almost the same as Coastal Cabana. So let's just trim around these. And I'm leaving just a little bit of white around the edge. Birthday month, not till Sunday. Oh, happy birthday for Sunday, Denise. Okay, so we have one. We have two. And we have three. Okay. A little clear down, so we've got our three hearts, we've got our snout, we just need our letters now for our one word theme. So I'm bringing in the mini Stampin cut and emboss machine, which is available in the January to June catalogue. So now let's pop these on here. See if they will all fit. I wonder if they will. I'm sure if I'm clever I can get them to fit. They do fit excellent. So these are the Playing with Patterns, sorry, the Playful Alphabet dies, and these are really handy. I'm trying to use these more because they do look quite effective, and they fit perfectly in the little machine. That just folds up like that, so we can pop that to one side. So let's just pop all these pieces out. Doesn't that look fun? And the E has been left behind on my plate, so let's take that out. Baz, did I get the stamp set and dies? I said, I haven't had them yet, Baz, but we haven't had post for a couple of days, so hopefully today they will appear. Thank you so much for sending them to me. They'll be really helpful. Okay, so hello is our one word for our card today. Now, so just pop my dies to one side so that I don't lose them. And we can now start to put our card together. So for these, I'm just going to add a little bit of Tombow on the back. Fingers crossed to get ASAP. I'm sure they will come, Baz, before my order with them in. So I'm just really grateful that you are happy to lend them to me. So hello, we can now start building our one word and our sentiment. And I'm putting these on at kind of an angle, just because everything on this card is really at an angle. I'm just using the end of my Take Your Pick tool to just stick that down. Okay. So we have hello on our card now, and then we can pop on our little accent pieces that we've made. So let's put Mr. Snail down there, and then our little hearts can just be put on around as our little embellishment pieces. And then we'll have one over here as well. Okay, so there we have our card front made. Just need to do the inside now, so I'm going to add a little bit of speckling inside, not much, just to tie in those colours. I'm loving the bright colours at the moment, and then we can stick this inside our card to finish it up. Okay, you could by all means stamp a little heart, which I think I'm going to do actually. Stamp a little heart in there. That's what a happy card, it makes me smile. Thank you, Anne, that's really sweet. I think it is definitely, most definitely a little happy card, isn't it? And we'll just colour this in red. Okay, so there we have our finished card design. It's quite a quick one this morning, 20 minutes, not bad. Our card design for today. The prompt that I've used today is actually tomorrow's, and that prompt is one word. So my one word is hello. Great note card to send just to someone because I've done some really clever layering with some strips of cardstock behind, and this piece here is the piece that I've actually cut yesterday's die out of. So one piece of white card has given me 2 pieces for my cards. So I'm quite happy with that. Lovely bright theme again. Little added pieces with our hearts, and of course those lovely playful alphabet dies for my sentiment. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching along. I hope you enjoyed it. New hostess code for you today. I think that's coming onto my page later on this morning. That's when you shop online. I've chosen as my hostess gift this month the matte black embellishment dots. I absolutely love them. I've used them a lot and they're really, really handy. So when you shop online throughout February with my hostess code, you will get a free pack of matte black dots in the post in March, hopefully. So that's it for me today. I'm live again here on Wednesday evening at 8:30. I hope you can join me, and I hope you all have a lovely, lovely week. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye for now.